Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hi, Ainsley Thiessen.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about what brought you in here today.
Well, I have this ex-fiance.
Okay.
And we were together, we've been on and off for 6 years.
Okay.
And, I just have some unresolved feelings, I guess. We started dating when I was 16.
Okay.
And we were together for 2 years, so, right after I graduated high school. And then, over that course of that 2 years, he cheated on me, and he lied to me, and we broke up 1,000,001 times and got back together, and then we split for 3.5 years.
Okay.
When he got married.
Within that 3 years?
He actually got married a month after we split.
Oh, wow.
And they had a baby together. And then he called me, once they had started the divorce process, and the papers were signed, and, they were going through court stuff. And he asked me to give him another chance, and told me he, had made a huge mistake, and me, being stupid. I was like, okay, well, I still love you. And, he had gone into the military, so I was like, maybe this has changed him. And what I thought he was showing, that he had changed and he was somebody else. And I guess he really hadn't. But at the beginning, I didn't really know that, and we were together for a little while. And then somehow we lost touch. I don't know, I don't know how it happened. He got his phone disconnected, lost my number. We didn't really have any other way of communicating. So we split, and then he finally was able to find my number again and called me in October.
This past year?
Yeah, my senior year, so just last year.
Yeah.
And so we got back together again. Because I was like, oh my gosh, we just lost communication, and we talked it out, and, I thought everything was
Another
fine.
chance.
Yeah. So we got back together, and then things were not good with my mom. She was not happy about it. She was going to break the two of us apart if she could. And she managed to do so by calling his adoptive dad and telling his dad that he was calling her and harassing her, calling me and harassing me, and if he didn't stop, she'd be pressing criminal charges.
And these were not true.
Right, no. And, because he never called her. The only person he was talking to was me, and I obviously didn't have a problem with it since I had agreed to marry him again. And so, he called me up and, told me, she's now not only ruined his relationship with his parents, but his and mine as well, and that was the end of it. And he hung up the phone, and I never heard from him again.
Since last year?
Yeah, and then over this past summer, I went down to go find him, because I was like, well, maybe, we still have a chance, we can work through this, because our problem is, we do long distance.
Right. Well, tell me what you mean by go find him.
I drove down to Arkansas to go find him, where he lives.
Did you have his number at that point?
I didn't have his number anymore. I had his mom's number, though, and I knew where she lived. And it's a really tiny town. So I was like, oh, well, probably won't be hard to find him. And I texted his mom and said, hey, I'm in town. If, Jeremy wants to see me, let him know I'm here. And that's when she told me, she goes, honey, I'm sorry, I thought you knew he got remarried. And I found out he got remarried in February.
Okay, so this is recent.
Yeah.
And at that point, you were still trying to find him. You're still trying to had some of that hope left, right?
I did. Up until, I guess, over the summer, when I was kind of just on Facebook, and I was on his mom's Facebook page, and I saw a picture of him with this little girl, and I was like, oh, well, I wonder if that's his sister's daughter, because his sister and I were really close because she was a school counselor, and so we had psychology in common, and she passed away a couple years ago right after the birth of her daughter.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, I wanted to see if that was like pictures of her, see how, what she looked like, and come to find out it's his new wife's daughter. And I found